Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. This is fun. I like talking where most of the people are paying no attention to me. So we're going to do something that might get some of them to pay attention. Those of you who've heard me give keynotes know that I'm going to make you zop. Okay? And it's going to be really, really loud. Not a pathetic, wimpy one, please. I'm going to videotape it, so you're going to have to hold the zop because I'm slow. And it should be loud enough that everybody else wonders why this is the more exciting place to be. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Do I have to show you how to zot? You should all know. Okay, I'll go 1, 2, 3, and you'll go zot, zot, zot really, really loudly. 1, 2, 3. Zot! Hold it. Excellent. And I even paused the video. Great. So you'll find that on Twitter within 72 hours to a week. And probably on Instagram. I'm getting better with Instagram. I'm working on that. I'm trying, I joke, I'm on Twitter because none of the students are. They're all on Instagram. So I don't want to ruin Instagram for them, so I'm trying to stay off. So I'm here to talk a little bit, about 2 hours? On teaching, learning, and technology. 2 hours isn't quite enough time for me to cover that subject. But I want to say, take a sort of historical perspective on my remarks, if that's okay, if you allow me. I've been at UCI for roughly 22 years, and one of the things that has amazed me in my career as a teacher is the incredible partnership and support I've always felt from the OIT community. In those 22 years, it's been very many different institutions with different names, none of which I looked up and prepared for in the talk, because I'd probably get them wrong anyway. But a sign of that, and I'm going to say this in the most loving way possible, a sign of that is how painful it's been for faculty to leave EEE. I know I'm not allowed to mention where it's EEE on campus around faculty. They freak out, they have aneurysms, and they fall over. But they really, the passion for EEE, shockingly when they realized they were losing it. I think before that they had their own complaints about EEE, but we won't go there. But the fact that this campus has always understood technology as a tool for education. And it's a tool that you want to understand how best to use and leverage. It's not just a shiny, fun thing that you do because it's shiny and fun. Right? That's part of it, that is true. But it has actual pedagogical value and effectiveness. The classic old school example of this is the printing press. I told you this was a historical retrospective. When the printing press was invented, there was uproar in the academic community. How could we do this? These books, crazy things people would have access to, right? We needed to make sure people were using pen and paper and writing out their books by hand. It was the only way to learn. And now we have other technologies and people go, crazy, how are we going to use these? And what we've seen is how effective they've been. And UCI has always been a leader in this space and continues to be a leader in this space because I think we do make smart decisions and we use partnerships, right? There are strong partnerships between the faculty and the OIT community. It's not an adversarial relationship. It may feel that way at times, but I think that's just a robust collaboration. And so we get things like the Anteater Learning Pavilion, which has a number of amazing features, not the least of which, you may not realize this, the tech was built into the design and budget of the building at the beginning. That is the first building at UCI where we took that approach. Normally the approach is you build a building and you assume things like lights are needed and plumbing, but you don't assume any of the tech for teaching is. You build the building, it's all nice and shiny new, and then you go over to OIT and say, I know you have no budget, can you find more money to put tech in? That's the standard procedure. This building said, you know what? Tech is part of the infrastructure of teaching. So let's design that in from the beginning. And people were involved who understood that connection and relationship from a deep pedagogical perspective. And that is kind of unique. We go around the country, we look at other buildings. Active learning buildings in general are rare. We're the second or third in the nation, other people are doing it. But it's rare. And we, I think, did it the best in many ways. And then one last piece I just want to kind of close with is because it was a partnership, we didn't just put tech in the building and then say go. I don't know, how many of you are aware by a show of hands of the Active Learning Institute faculty take? Oh, some of you, very good. So if you don't know, and you can see the people raise their hands, ask them. Or you can ask me. We made a very conscious decision, and we're probably one of the only places who have stuck with it. Other places have sort of tried this and been mixed success. If you want priority scheduling in the Active Learning Pavilion, Anteater Learning Pavilion, you need to be certified, okay? Right now we're hitting about the 200 faculty mark. We opened the next Active Learning Institute, probably using OIT developed technology to register, and within like 5 minutes it was full. We are going to hit close to 300 faculty out of a little over 1,000 in just about 2.5 years of doing this. And that is absolutely amazing. When we present at national conferences, people are like, it blows their mind. Even better, last year, the first year it was open, our team assessed what type of teaching are people doing in there. And faculty who are active learning certified, believe it or not, are doing active learning teaching integrated with the technology. You can imagine they went through the institute, got priority scheduling, and said, well, I don't want to do that crazy stuff, I'm going to teach like normal. They're not. They're actually engaging with it in a meaningful way. So it all comes out of these partnerships. It's all an integral relation back and forth. And it's about recognizing that you have a tool and asking the question, how do I use that tool to better student success? Not just using the tool because it's fun, which also works too. So that's kind of all I wanted to say. I wanted to kind of give you that perspective, both how great we've been over my entire career here in this space at UCI, how forward-looking I think we remain, and how exciting this is now to have these opportunities going forward with the new building, and hopefully soon to come renovations with our other classrooms, and the faculty commitment to this. So thank you for wandering away from the booths. And I'm going to hang around for a little bit. If people have questions, do I take questions here at all, or is that too risky? Okay, no, I've been told I'm going to wander around. That's too risky. So thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the day.